Hi everyone, welcome to day 75 of my tennis learning journey. Today marks the first training session after my third tennis match. And from that match we can clearly see that while my forehand and backhand are progressing, my serve needs a lot of work. So as you know, on day 73 we moved on to a structured approach where I'm following a detailed program and recording the end result. For day 75 we will continue with the same approach. So let's jump in and review the footage and the data collected alongside. So let's start with the wall drills, go over the data and review it. So you will see the data here, I have it on my phone here. So when we look at the data, at the first glance I see that the close range 1x and 2x are getting better, and for 3x and 4x we are seeing some reductions. And by the way, for forehand and backhand I started the 5x distance. I think it was good for backhand, but for forehand I didn't manage to, let's say, do a good round. And I would like to also mention that this training day I worked until around 7 p.m. and that day I normally eat like a full breakfast, a good lunch and etc. But this day I had like a really weak lunch, no breakfast, and some snacks when I got home. So it was like a tiring day, a low nutrition day and everything. So it's pretty much for the... And also before we move on, there's also data for wall volleys. I increased the repetitions by 2 every time I let's say succeed. So I don't know if it's a good comparison, but it should give an idea. We also data for this one today. So I think it doesn't mean many things since it's 2-day data, but I would like to review it to also see if it shows any trend. So let's move on to ground strokes, where the data varies way much more than this. Success on diverting the ball to the, let's say, box. I think the rally numbers were better, where I'm, let's say, not failing to drop the ball or have more than one bounce, but beside that the accuracy was really bad for most of the session. I added the averages on the bottom of the chart, so you can see. For forehand and backhand cycle, I think I'm improving because it feels like I'm having more control over the balls compared to the first drill. But I think it was a bad session for this training, but I will, let's say, keep training on this one to see the improvements, because I feel like I'm being more active on the hitting side and the accuracy should follow, let's say, on the following days. So for also for some of my hits, I think the power and the turns and everything are still missing, because when I'm trying to focus on hitting a location, I'm losing the accuracy, I'm losing the hip motion, the things I'm doing at the shadow drill. So it's a 2-day data, not much to say about, but it wasn't, let's say, my best training. Let's move on to our favorite part, the serves. So for the serve section, I started by checking the checklist. So trying to follow the checklist on my warm-up for the serves. I think I'm doing, let's say, good while on the training, while repeating the motion a few times, but I'm really would be happy to hear your comments, especially since you guys know about this better. I'm a beginner, and I will try to put this list on side of the serve, like most, maybe 10 of them, 15 of them. Have this checklist. Did I do this, do this, do this, and check it on each shot and review it afterwards. So, but just for you to know, I tried to focus on this as much as I could, and I think we will see an improvement. I think the checklist really helps. So thank you guys for populating this list, because all of them are coming from you, not from the coach, from you. So I will leave you with some of the shots, because there are some really nice shots. So also this one is like a really fast one. I think I will check the measurement of the speed and write it on the screen. But this one was a fast one, and we have some nice ones, but I feel the improvement is on the way. So this will be pretty much for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I see you the next time.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun